Titan Lords fell, a new age of might came to Sedaria. An age defined by one simple decree. That whoever was the strongest in Sedaria, enough to slay its previous ruler, would hold dominion over the land. And so it was, for thousands of years. And so it is, yet today. Aloysius, the Mad King of Sedaria, now rules these lands. Over the last 10 years, he has spread his influence. Using cruel hobgoblins and gnolls as soldiers, the land of Sedaria quakes, torn apart by his frenzied greed for the power it holds within. For Sedaria is a lost land, a land of riches unclaimed, of legends untold, of power unseen. A beautiful, vast, and deadly land. It calls to the bold, to the clever, to the daring. To any who would dare its shores seeking adventure. It calls to Megan, the war-forged paladin. It calls to Nyx, the half-elf warlock. It calls to Nizip, the dragonborn rogue. It calls to Tig, the kobold bard. It calls to Zidane, the wood elf ranger. It calls to Trill, the Aarakocra druid. And to those it calls, Sedaria offers welcome. The wilds are not easy, and not kind, but they shall give a tale to remember. For this is the land of limitless adventure. This is the legend of the Wildlands. Hello and welcome to Rolling. No one heard that. Bye. When the Titan Lords. Hello and welcome to D6 Tricks, Legends of the Wildlands. I was about to say I didn't have a bit prepared today, but I guess I accidentally made my own bit. We are professionals here. I am your Dungeon Master, Alex. Joining me, as always, are my lovely casting crew of players. We have Anne.
Hi, hello. We are totally professionals, even though that implies we get paid for this.
Imagine getting paid on this show. We have Atlas.
Hello, gamers. You cannot escape me.
We have Juno.
Oh boy, a long string of extenuating circumstances that have not allowed me to be here for like a month. I am finally back in the
Finally,
driver's seat of this robot.
we have returned. We have Professor Moore.
You can't see me.
I'm sorry, what was that? I didn't see it. We have Queen.
Give me money, please.
No. And we have Toonwolf.
I don't see or hear anything.
Yeah, I'm blind suddenly. I don't know.
I cannot perceive.
Perceiving is not allowed. Yeah. So, last time was 2 weeks ago due to me being out of town last week. And it was a pretty packed session of investigation. I'll try to recap as quickly and thoroughly as I can. So, our heroes went to a press conference with the guard of Kagladar, announcing what was to happen after the arrest of the potion poisoner. Basically, they were going to do last checkups on anyone who was affected by the poisoning. Sunscar Guild was going to do their last bits of healing before they leave. And once that was done, all potion shops, especially the permanent one that is in the city, were free to resume business. Also asked during the press conference was, is there any news on the stolen blast hammer mold? To which the guard just said no and left. It turns out, through some spying and some gossip, that our heroes learned that the mold for a weapon known as a dwarven blast hammer was stolen from the Hammerblood Foundry by someone known as Coldsong the Bastard. He had many, many other titles and facts about him, but generally all agreed Coldsong the Bastard was a correct way to refer to him. Our heroes overheard, through Swift's eavesdropping, that people at a disreputable inn in the city of Hegladar, known as the Red Worm Inn, might have heard something, so they started their investigation there. First, they asked an orc who was he was a pickpocket for all intents and purposes and wanted out of the city to start a new life and go meet up with his sister. And after paying him some money to help him, get that journey underway, he said that during one of his nightly excursions, he had seen the bastard beaten up in the street, getting healed by a holy man. They also asked a mercenary hobgoblin by the name of Zor, who admitted he didn't know a whole lot about what was going on in the city, but what he did know was that people knew who words are hard. The patrician of the city, one of them anyway, was the man named Hjargam Keenblood, and if anyone wanted protection in the city or to go into hiding, they would go to him, and thus the bastard would probably go to one of his two trusted companions, his brother the Holy Man, or a knight known as Sir Garmer Mightbelt. They asked a beardless dwarf who was a total elitist asshole, and after doing some performance and shenanigans to get some debt back from the orc pickpocket before, he said that he had seen the bastard meet up with Sir Garmer in this tavern in disguise, as well as he had heard that there was a massive purchase of iron over at the Careful Traveler General Store. And they confirmed the iron purchase with an eyewitness there, a guard of the city who was not so legally collecting donations to fund a medicine collection for her sick mother, who said that while she was getting medicine from that store, she had seen agents of someone known as Mormare Sparkling purchase a whole lot of iron, saying that they had come into something very valuable. They went to the Careful Traveler and did a favor for the shopkeeper there, preventing a robbery of her store, and she confirmed that yes, Mormare Sparkling's men, Mormaris being the head of the Jewelers Guild apparently in town, were there, saying they'd come into something valuable, and that she could arrange a meeting if the group liked. They decided that they would put a rain check on that, not quite seeing a connection between Mormaris and the bastard quite yet, and went to go talk to the Holy Man, who was plenty polite and told them about the teachings of Father Death, the god of Sedaria who he worshipped, but was pretty cagey about giving up any information. Looking into him for insight would be revealed that he would be honest about that, but he doesn't want to put anyone in danger, and he would want confirmation that his brother Hjalgarm was into some shady stuff that would require the saving of his soul before he spilled the beans about anything concrete related to the bastard or Hjalgarm Keenblood. Which left one last lead to follow up on. That would be Sir Garmer Mightbelt, the knight who was in service of Hjalgarm Keenblood himself. And after Nick stayed behind a little to do some confession, feeling guilty about two companions dying, the group reconnoitered, and it is here we rejoin them to go figure out our next move and find out, hey, where is that knight fella? He might be helpful.
I mean, not to make assumptions, but... Alright. So the only lead we really have is, he was seen talking in the inn the other day. or the bar or whatever it was.
The Red Worm Inn, yes.
Yeah. Ah.
So what? We probably want to locate the knight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Might as well.
I guess.
I guess.
I guess that would help.
Works in disguise, think he's discreet. He was in the inn a few days ago and met up with Coldsong. Okay.
Did we ever get a general description of what this guy looked like?
What, Sagama?
I don't believe he did.
Oh, sugar. We'll have to go back and ask. Well, here's the thing, because if he works in disguise, then...
Oh, true.
Unless we just track a guy who's working, because he's the right hand of, thingy-majig, so... Oh, this is tough. We just started.
We just started!
We just started.
It was going so well. Well, tell you what, why don't we could go back to the inn and see if anyone knows at least a suspicion of what he might look like or what his common disguises are. Maybe. I mean, I'm guessing like the general population know, but
I mean,
people who
maybe
work there
they
often,
would, but would they tell us?
if we're nice to them, we kill them with kindness. Not actually kill them.
Yeah, you say not actually kill them. Shoot, I forgot the name. This is a great start. Yeah,
We're
Barcott.
professionals.
Yeah, Barcott lowers a bow and arrow he had prepared in disappointment.
And we kill them with kindness.
Yeah. What I failed to mention is my bow is called kindness.
Yes.
Oh no, I thought that was what Nizip named one of the knives. Definitely kindness, right?
So yeah, we could scout around at the inn, unless anyone else has got a better idea.
We can definitely go on the way. I guess on the way, I just kind of want to just listen to see if anyone is any gossip on the way, I guess, about it.
Yeah, sure. Investigation, please.
Oh my god, we're so professional today. I'm just oh, it'd help if I had my sheet up.
Good mind.
Just a little.
You said investigation?
Yes.
Okay. Woohoo!
Woohoo! All right, 10. Walking through the city and just listening around, Sir Garmer is a pretty relative topic of conversation, actually. You hear a couple things. One, that he normally, when not on other assignments from his lord, can be found around Soul Grove, patrolling the area, making sure there's no crime, keeping it neat and tidy. You also hear that apparently Sir Garmer is embroiled in some controversy. No, you don't get specifics, but apparently Hjalgarm Keenblood is into some unsavory dealings that are unbecoming of the honor of a knight to fulfill, and yet he has done them.
Interesting.
Spicy. I relate that information to everybody as I hear it.
Wait, did they give a hint as to what's kind of unsavory? Or are we talking about unsavory ooh, or unsavory ooh, you know?
I love that little nuance.
It's an important nuance. Is it a knight or a knight doing that? Well, you know what I mean, right? I'm not the only one here who... Thank you, Nizip. Thank you for backing me up on this.
I can, through context, I think I know what you mean.
Listen, when you're in my line of work, the types of scandal are like very important to the actual overall bearing on the story, right?
This is very true.
Yeah. I'm hoping it involves horse.
Oh.
You always hope it involves
Exactly.
horse.
Yeah? And this time I super
Exactly.
hope it involves horse.
Where are we going to the
Understandable.
horde dimension for
Swift,
Swift?
we don't want to be tracked down by your whoredom, Swift.
That seems like a you problem.
I feel like there's a time and place for horrors like that, but I don't think now is that time.
That's coward talk.
So be it.
There's a time and a place for horrors, but not now.
Man, I can't believe my patron is Professor Oak.
So,
Wonderful.
I mean, unsavory business implies either, well, you know, the whole thing with the blast hammer, or there was that thing with like the iron that's been stolen that everything seems to be like, keeping looping back into, if I'm understanding
Bought.
correctly.
The iron was bought, in
It
large,
was
large
bought.
quantity.
Right, the entire stock.
Yeah.
It wasn't something with bandits who did that or something? Or
Yeah, but wasn't-
him? Yeah.
Those Morris.
I think we were thinking that the iron was used for the blast hammer mold, though, to use it to actually make it.
Right, the
Perhaps.
bandits are associated with Tormil Tazahim, which cannot be proved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did we get any
It's
more
like-
details on Tazahim? Whoever that is.
Thomas Tazahim Jr.
Yeah, Tezahim Jr. was the beardless dwarf. Tezahim Sr. is the banker.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Sorry, just speeding through my notes real quick.
No, you're good. Things are mildly circles within circles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm sure as soon as the last thing slots into place, it wasn't all that complicated all things together, but I mean,
We'll hone in on it.
Yep.
precisely.
Yeah, Toma wasn't there, but it's not a stretch he was associated, so.
Right.
Well then. Well, let's hope we don't get into any unsavory business. Looks at camera. Alright, well, Nyx is heading back to the inn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You pass through the city and head back into the Red Worm Inn. It's very quiet because it's still like just before lunchtime, so there's not a whole lot of people in there. But the kobolds that run the place are cleaning it up in preparation for tonight, and it looks like there have been several spilled bits of liquid, a couple of pieces of smashed furniture. There was a party in here last night.
Oh boy. As if there isn't one every night. Oh. I would offer to help, but it is their job.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll go to like is there like a barkeep there, or is it just the kobolds?
One of the kobolds is a barkeep.
Okay, I will go to the kobold barkeep and I'll say, "Hey, sorry, it looks like you're really busy. Could I take a
Yeah.
minute of your time?"
Yeah? What? What? What do you want?
Oh,
huh?
sorry.
What?
Okay.
Yeah? What? Spit it out.
I-
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. What do you want?
I was wondering if you knew of somebody called Sir Gamor?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
Okay, okay, next question. Wait, did we talk to this kobold, when we were doing the investigation the other night?
No.
Damn. Okay, I don't suppose you all know of Coldsong, do you? Hiding Coldsong?
Yeah. Coldsong? Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean, yeah, God, he was, yeah, you mean Coldsong, the one-eyed, godless, cruel, try-horned, man-eating bastard?
I don't remember man-eating being there, but yeah, him, exactly.
Oh yeah, who hasn't heard of him? Guy is,
Do you remember-
I mean, obviously a bastard.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Do you know if he was in here recently?
No, and good thing too, because I hear some nasty rumors about him.
We've been hearing quite a few recently, too.
Oh yeah, what have you heard?
That he may be responsible for stealing the, mold.
Yeah? And?
And the many, many names that he has, too.
Yeah. Some of the kobolds poke up. I hear he drinks the blood of virgins and makes dark deals with evil gods. I hear he has plans to raise an army and conquer the city. And then the barkeep leans in. I hear he's a bad tipper.
Oh,
5% tops.
Oh, well, that is atrocious.
We can't find this guy.
Unacceptable.
Piece of absolute dog shit he is.
So he wasn't in here recently.
No.
Was he in here at all?
I don't remember.
Oh. Oh, but I thought... Huh. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. We will try and get rid of this, virgin blood drinker guy.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Language.
Oh my
I'm sorry,
god, you
like-
gonna swear!
I'm
Megan's
sorry.
jaw like kind of unhinges, like,
I'm,
and she stares directly at Nix.
I'm sorry, I thought that's what everyone was thinking. I didn't mean to say that. I'm gonna go wash my mouth. Just go to like a bathroom.
It's a good thing you bought that soap, huh?
Oh yeah, pulse the soap. I'll just run to the bathroom.
True.
Okay, well at least we got that. But then that contradicts what we were told, so that's even more sus.
You want to insight it?
Yes! As I've got soap in my mouth.
You're like, what a minute?
Hang on a second.
I don't think.
That's it's a 10.
Yeah. He probably, the kobold bartender probably wanted to just get you the fuck out so he could go back to work and would just say as little info as possible so you didn't ask follow-up questions.
Okay. Well, I will,
He might have been lying in order to do that.
Yeah. Well, whilst I'm in the bathroom, I will message to Swift. I don't think he was being honest.
You think?
No, shut up! I'm slow at this! I've got soap in my mouth right now! This is horrible!
And you think about that next time you say fuck.
Oh, fuck. How dare. Well, can you tell somebody else to try and get it out of them?
Swift flies over to the rest of the group.
So who wants to go for round 2?
I think Niz or Tig, you two are good at talking.
Yeah, so it depends. Do you want to go the diplomatic route or the nuclear route?
Start diplomat, nuclear, if need be.
Okay, so I'm on hand for nuclear. Tig is like frantically kind of like drawing lines in their journal and shit. It looks like they've got like a little like kind of pseudo timeline, pseudo thought bubble. Basically, fucking Pepe Sylvia like across a spread in their notebook, and they're just like, yeah, sorry, I'm still getting a little turned around by all this. Dwarven naming conventions sure are something. I'm happy to play backup though. That's for certain.
How about nuclear disguised as diplomat?
Yeah, sure, fuck it, I can try.
There's a very small
Perfect.
like sigh from Trill. He's like, these kobolds already have so much to clean up. It's like, I feel bad, but whatever gets the job done, I guess.
In
Job
that
needs
case,
to be done.
Tig hits a riff. Sorry, I'm just giving him bardic.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was just gonna go.
Oh, desperate times, right? Trill?
Okay, I approach the bartender.
All right. Bartender is still cleaning and replacing some glasses.
Hey, bud.
What?
I need information.
Sure you do.
How much is it gonna cost me?
Depends. What are you looking for?
I'm after the same information that the young boy was just after.
3 gold.
3 gold?
Yeah.
I rifle through my pocket and hand him 5.
Much appreciated. Right, so, I think it was 3 or 4 days ago, Coldsong was in here meeting up with that night guy.
Okay, any chance you overheard what they were talking about?
It gets very loud in here at night, so,
Oh, I'm sure it does.
yeah. So I was back here. The kobold yells, "Any of you hear what the one-eyed bastard who tips shittily did? Something about wanting to meet with Keen Blood. Yeah, it was something about wanting to meet with Keen Blood."
Okay, that makes sense. That lines in about with what we were thinking.
Yeah, then they left. I was still on duty. I don't know what happened. Keen Blood lives, like, in closer to Soul Grove, like, at the opposite end of town, so, we live here in the slums. We don't really know what happened after.
That is totally understandable.
Yeah, word on the street, though, was, like, shortly after that meeting, it was pretty short, then apparently the bastard went through the streets, ducked into the tunnels at one point, then came back out, and in the middle of the night, he got jumped by a couple of goons.
That is very interesting. And I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Where did you say he lives in comparison to here? Over Soul Grove?
Keen Blood? Yeah, Soul Grove.
Over in Soul Grove, gotcha. Well, that gives us a lead to go on. We need any other information from these upstanding gentlemen?
Not that I can think of.
Well, thank you all for your time. We greatly appreciate the help.
You're welcome. All right. So, I'm assuming you all head out?
Yeah, Nix
Yep.
comes out.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, I'm done.
You head out of the tavern, closing the door behind you. The last of you to exit overhears,
Hey, do we have the goats ready for tonight?
and then boom, the door closes behind you.
Oh, poor goats.
I don't want to know. Don't want to know.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Maybe they're doing goat
I
yoga.
can't pretend I didn't hear that.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
goat.
the signature dish is like half a sheep's head. Why not goat head, right?
Oh no! I thought they were doing fun. Like they were dancing with goats.
Goats.
Sometimes I forget that's where food comes from.
Yeah, goats are delicious. Nice,
Oh,
tangy flavor.
Max.
Thanks. I really wanted to think of that.
Megan has
It's
no
not-
comment because she doesn't eat.
Literally was not like I ate a lamb head the other day.
Markat's mouth is slightly watering at the thought of delicious goat meat.
Oh my god.
I love
Just, sorry,
podcasts.
just to clarify from my notes, who was it that was jumped the other night?
The bastard.
Was the bastard. Okay, cool. Alright.
So, Kinblood wasn't that the guy we spoke to a few yesterday?
He has a brother.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see.
Hjalgarm Keenblood is the patrician, and then his brother is the priest.
Gotcha.
So we just gotta find Hjelgarm.
Yeah, because Holy Man is in the Foundry District, so,
Mm-hmm.
so we gotta go to Soul Grove.
Soul Grove it is.
Soul
Alright.
Grove.
You head back across the city over to Soul Grove. It's kind of a bustle of activity today. There are a lot of artists, dwarven and otherwise, around painting a gigantic mural on the side of one of the buildings here. It looks only like halfway done in the sketch stage, so you're not sure what exactly they're putting together on first glance. But all that is to say, it's pretty busy. There are a lot of people, and there is also increased guard activity. Among these guards is a pretty well-built dwarf with a darker skin in very, very shiny-looking armor and a helmet covering up most of his face with, like, the lower part removed, hinged off to the side so that his beard can hang down.
Mhm.
Hey, a dwarf's bait is precious.
Yeah. A shield hangs at his side, and on it is an emblem of an axe driving into the skull of an orc.
Okay. Lovely. What does his, like, mannerism look like?
He looks pretty noble in bearing. Like a head held high, but not like so high that he's looking down on the peasants. Like, oh, these common folk are below me.
Yeah.
He's like, standing, walking pretty upright, from what you can tell.
That might be our Sir Gamor. Do we ever know if Gamor's a dwarf or not?
He follows the dwarven naming convention, so probably.
Oh. Well, yeah. That must be him. Oh, that was easy. I mean, not to make assumptions. Alright, Oh, here's the thing. I want to approach him, but I don't know what's the appropriate thing to ask in this situation.
Hmm.
I feel it's just a bit blunt if we just go say, hey, we're after this mold.
Hey, we're trying to find out if the one-eyed bastard is actually evil or if we want to help him.
Yeah, good. Because everyone's so keen on blaming him that it does seem a bit weird.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And just to clarify, just because it's quite vague in my notes, what is the connection between Coldsong and Keenblood?
Coldsong met with Sir Garmer Mightbelt to get an audience with Hjalgarm Keenblood.
Oh, okay. All right, I will approach him.
He turns over to you as you approach. Good day there, citizen. May I be of service to you?
Of course. I just wanted to ask you something real quick.
Aye?
This is going to sound really a little bit strange. What's your name?
Sir Mike Belt. Sir Garmer Mike Belt.
Sometimes it's just that simple. Well, it's nice to meet you. My name's Nyx. Holds out hand.
A pleasure. He grips your hand in his iron gauntlet. It is a very firm handshake.
So this might sound a bit strange, but I had an audience recently with the holy man Harmon Keenblood.
Aye,
and
my lord's brother. I'm aware of him.
Yeah, and he spoke so highly of his brother. I was wondering if perchance there was a way to get an audience with him?
I am his sword and his confidant, so most audiences go through me. But, being as my goal is to defend my lord, I cannot give it to just anyone.
Okay, well, we could do anything to prove it to you.
Aye, but those, I'm afraid, are mere words, and words, I'm afraid, cannot be trusted when deeds speak of so much more.
What deeds would you like to see?
Well, first, before the deeds, I would like to know some words first. Words of why you are interested in seeing my lord, because the most common reason is looking for a handout.
A handout? Oh, no. We're, we like to get our own wealth.
From a casino or some such?
No. We don't talk about the casino.
I'm sorry, we don't talk about what?
Nothing at all. We work very hard for what we earn.
Doing what exactly?
Treasure hunting? Is the best way I could put it.
Ah, adventurers.
Yes, adventurers, exactly. It's all honest.
I'm afraid that by definition, most adventurers are not that.
No. We're the good kind of adventurers. We're fine.
You're the good kind of adventurers who just happen to find other people's wealth and take it from them.
Okay, put it this way. We've been in Kagladar for quite a while, and we've kind of gotten into this routine of solving as many problems as possible. It was a bit accidental, but now we started, we can't really stop. And we've heard of another one that we kind of want to solve as well, and we were wondering if we could get your guys' help on it.
And what would that be?
Do you know about this hammer mold that's gone missing?
Yes, I've heard something of it. Taken right from under the noses of the Hammerblood Guild. Very dangerous to have out in the open.
They were carrying it out in the open?
Well, not literally out in the open, but consider one bastard carrying it is a lot less security than an entire foundry of workers.
Oh, so you think it's the bastard as well?
Aye, that I do.
Do you know why he's called the bastard?
He was born out of wedlock.
Oh. Wait, is that what that means?
Aye.
Oh. Huh. You learn something new every day. I thought it was just a cool, tag name.
No, it's an insult about one's genealogy.
Oh. Well, that's kind of sad. Alright, the point being is that, we want to help. We want to help find this mold. And we think that, Keenblood could help us with this.
Why, exactly? He says, leaning in closer.
Well, because his brother spoke so high of, his work.
What did his brother say about his work?
That he was his, religious advisor?
Aye. That's what Harmond does. I was asking what Harmond said about Hjalgan's work.
Hang on. Notes. Don't roll dice.
What? Just an honest insight check.
He said that, his brother wanted to find the mole too, but he wasn't sure why. If we both have a common goal here of trying to find the mold, I thought we could maybe work together.
He stares at you for a very long time.
Just innocent little smile.
Innocent little smile. All right. So I'm hiding the exact scores, but he rolled a 17 insight.
Okay.
So, after about a minute of silence, he whistles, and as he does so, you hear just some loud snuffling and scraping, and from a nearby alleyway, this giant mole, like roughly the size of a horse, comes like scampering out over to Sir Garmer's side.
Aww.
Cute.
Mole.
Mole. All right. And Sir Garmer pats the mole, starts hooking him up. I'm going to make this brief while we have some cover and some noise distraction.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly why my master wants the blast hammer mold, but I suspect it's up to no good, based on past histories. I have done some things I am not proud of, things it would take some effort to rid the stain on my soul of. You can arrange for a cleric to cast a spell of atonement for me, or you can provide me with the gold so I can do it myself. You do that, I can tell you what I know. Otherwise, no deal.
How much would it be?
Well, atonement is not exactly an easy thing to cast. It's 25 gold a pop, but there's no guarantee it'll work the first time.
Could Harmon do it for you?
Possibly.
I mean, we could go back to Harmon and ask.
Perhaps.
Would you like that?
It is worth a try.
Okay, we can go back.
He whistles again, the giant mole kneels down, and Sir Garmer hoists himself up onto a saddle on its back. Hi. He shouts onward in Dwarven, and the mole runs through the streets of the city over towards Foundry Row.
Okay, I think that went well.
Yeah.
I just like turn back to the group and just like shrug.
I kind of want one of those.
That was really interesting.
If it worked, it worked.
I love that.
I guess we could go back to Harmon then.
Yeah. I guess that mole was pretty cute, says Carolina. She has drawn a little doodle of it in the margins of her map notes.
Is this what we're all taking away from this?
I wasn't listening to the conversation once the giant mole showed up.
Just walks over to Dario. It's okay, Dario. I'm not ignoring you. Oh my goodness. Sorry if that was a bit weird. Oh my god. No, sorry if I flummoxed that.
You're good.
It's alright.
So, an atonement spell. Would there be any way for me to know, like, why an atonement spell wouldn't work the first time around it's cast, I suppose?
Yeah, sure, make an Arcana check.
Is that
I'd
even
love
a
to.
spell?
It's part of ceremony.
Oh.
21.
21, yeah, you've heard of the ceremony spell, and one of the most common things to do with it is to cast a spell of atonement to hear the sins of someone who has strayed from their alignment and basically cleanse their soul. However, there's no guarantee just casting atonement works. You need to truly, like, see the full depth of their sin, and through that vision, then you purge it. In game terms, you need a DC 20 insight check after casting atonement in order for it to work.
Oh.
Yeah, otherwise, it just consumes the 25 gold of powdered silver that you need to cast the spell.
Ooh.
Wow. I genuinely thought ceremony was just a marriage.
No, it does a lot.
Yeah, it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 different applications it can be used with.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I mean, personally, I'd ever only use it for the armoring benefits, but that's just me.
Fair enough.
Fucking +2 bonus to AC after you get married. It's perfect.
Yeah,
Yep.
I used that once. All right.
Well, I mean,
Technically, Megan could learn it.
Oh my god.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
Now, Megan, I'm not really the marriage type, but if I ever change my mind, I'd let you officiate my wedding any day.
Says your beloved, lawfully wedded, person. Suppose the chicken didn't turn mouse.
We can work on it. All right, we'll go back to the vault thing.
All right.
The vault oratory? Yeah.
The Vault Oratory. You head back to the vault in the middle of Foundry Row, back to the blazing heat that's there. Desert heat combined with the Foundry's being in full blast means, oh boy, it's another scorcher in here. Being mounted, Sir Keenblood has gotten there before you, and given the talking in Dwarven that you hear within, you would guess he is in the middle of confession.
Oh, I see. Well, I shall wait patiently.
All right. You wait patiently. Incredibly enough, fucking atonement worked the first time. I just wanted to see how many times it would take. But you hear some chanting, you hear some words of power and holiness, and then shortly afterward, you see Sir Garmer and Harmon Keenblood heading outside. Harmon himself looks pretty peeved, and you hear him say, I am going to have words with my brother.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He's in trouble.
He starts to leave, sees the rest of the group, and is like, hello again. I'll be going back downstairs in the vault. I'll be there if you need me.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, Harmon Keenblood heads back into the vault. Sir Garmer goes, strokes his giant mole mount on the nose as the mole leans in for more scritches.
Oh.
Does the mole have a
adorable.
Yeah, you haven't heard it yet.
Can I ask?
Yeah, you ask the mole's name. This is Rufus.
Rufus!
Rufus!
Beautiful.
Rufus!
Call me if you need me, if you want to see me.
Exactly.
Nah.
Lovely. Lovely mole.
Right. I'll breathe easier now and hope it never comes to that again, says Sir Garmer. Right. You wanted to know what I knew. So,
Yeah.
I can confirm. The bastard met with me, seeking an audience with my master. He had the blast hammer mold with him. He was willing to part with it in exchange for passage out of the city to safety. My master met with him. It was a very short meeting, and the bastard left soon thereafter. I heard him say he was going to meet with Mormera Sparkling to see if he could get better results or something like that.
So he still has the mold?
I know not what happened to him after.
I have only heard that he was attacked afterwards, and, well, hearing rumors of the bastard's strength, I pity the people who attacked him.
Oh.
But he still had the mold when he left speaking with your master.
As far as I am aware.
Well, there's our reason to contact Mamaris then.
How much you want to bet that Marmaris's prize for getting the bastard out of the city is a successful casting of the blast hammer?
Quite likely.
Interesting.
Real question
boy.
is, whose hands do we want this blast hammer mold to end up in?
Safe hands, I would hope.
No such
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly. Which set of hands is the safest?
The ones where the mold doesn't exist.
Get behind that.
Yeah, but will doing that actually, help the cause of what we're trying to get to at all?
It'll piss off the Hammerblood Guild.
Okay.
Whatever we do
yeah.
whatever we do if we find this mold is bound to get Hammerblood attention. Probably the kind of attention they want to keep secret, which is probably the attention we want for proof, says Helena.
Yeah.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go see if we can get something out of Marmaris, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to go back to Thaldara to get that meeting sorted.
Yeah.
Alright, back to the Careful Traveler.
All right.
Ooh, getting our exercise in today.
You jog out of Foundry Row back to the Careful Traveler over to Thaldara Hardhand, who looks up. Oh, hello again, dearies. Did you reconsider my offer?
Well, by amazing coincidence, we actually did.
Oh, excellent. I can get in touch with him and you can have a meeting in a few hours.
Few hours?
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be
what?
perfect.
One at the shortest, honestly.
Yeah, anything possible. That'd be perfect.
All right. Thaldara gets up. I'll be right back. I'm going into the back room. Don't steal anything.
Scouts on there.
Swift.
All right.
Just pulls Swift close.
What? This stuff's too heavy for me to steal anyway.
I know, but I know you'll find a way.
This stuff's also too big for me to shove up my ass, so...
I did not need to know that.
It's the most common way to smuggle something out of it.
Oh my god, Swift!
Prison pockets.
Prison pockets!
Yeah, but I feel like you wouldn't be able to keep very much there.
Yeah, that's what I said! It's too big to shove stuff in here up my ass!
Gotcha,
Just
gotcha.
slowly
yeah.
leans to Trill and Megan. Just
Is that actually a thing? Is that actually a possible thing?
This reminds me of that one line. To make a long story short, I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass. Okay, enough about prison pockets.
All right. So, you can hear a couple of words in Thieves' Cant, Nisip, coming from the back room, where the general store owner is talking, along the lines of, Boss, we got people interested to see you. Yeah. You don't hear a reply, but about a minute later, she comes out and is like, okay, so... She pulls out a little piece of paper, starts sketching out a map of the city, then taps on an X she made. Right, at the corner of these streets, in the slums, in an hour and 15 minutes,
I want you to be there, and there'll be a tunnel that opens up. You're gonna go down that, and that's where you'll meet him.
Okay.
Can we understand this map, or would we be like, Carolina, do you understand this map?
Carolina sighs, goes over to it, her eyes widen. Oh my god, it's hideous. 1 second. And then she takes the map and immediately starts scribbling over it. Excuse me! I am improving it! I am improving this!
I'll say that sounds like a plan, but in Thieves can't slip in. Sure, we can't just talk to him in the back now.
He's not in the back.
Alright.
Alright.
Ooh, suspicious.
How is that suspicious?
I don't know. Pretty
Yeah.
sus.
All they were doing was shouting slang at each other and making hand signs.
That's an out of character, but yeah, sure.
I know, that was also being silly out of character. Alright. Yeah, you head out. Carolina's still furiously scribbling on the map.
So 1 hour, 15 minutes. How long would it take for us to get to that part of the map?
You're in the slums right now, so not that long.
Oh, I guess we'll have to walk really slowly. I'll take a moment to hydrate then, if it's still quite hot.
It is still very hot, yes.
Yeah. Alright.
So I guess the question is, what do we offer Mormaris?
Well, they're a jeweler, so maybe they want something a bit glamorous?
Well, I mean, if we're going off the assumption that indeed the iron that was bought was for, you know, a potential casting of the item, like, I don't know, why would... I mean, who knows? Who knows if the actual deal went through or anything like that, but what I'm saying is that if I were Mormaris and that was part of the deal and it was actually in motion, I wouldn't necessarily want anyone to intervene in it unless they had a better proposal, you know?
What would you suggest?
Maybe along the lines of, well, we're accomplished people, quite accomplished people. Why would you settle for one casting of a mold when we could perhaps acquire the mold and get it back to you? You think that would fly?
That? Yeah. I mean, if we're looking for it anyway, then...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can. I mean, we'll see what they say, but
it's a start.
Yeah, it's a start. Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
Alright.
It's all a bit shifty, though. If they're part of a jeweler's guild, why would they be hiding in the slums?
Well, they're technically hiding in the tunnels underneath the slums.
Wow. An underground jeweler's guild. Sounds so innocent.
Nix, I hate to inform you, so much jewelry has gotten through illicit means.
What? I wouldn't know. I don't wear much. I've got this ring that was made for me. And I got this earring, but my ears aren't pierced.
Do you want to change that?
Yeah.
Would
Barcat looks up, starts drawing an arrow.
No, I think I will put a ring check on that.
Pierce, not a gauge.
I will...
I'm very accurate.
Maybe if I have a few drinks, I will consider it, but I think we're good for now.
I will bring it up again when you are drunk and have less inhibitions. Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Think I appreciate it.
I will do my best to get you drunk with no inhibitions, says Helena.
I am a professional.
Because it worked so well the last time.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, thanks.
This sounds perfectly Safe.
So because it's chaotic and I think it's funny, I'm gonna telepathically talk to Swift.
Oh no.
Yeah?
How much would it take for you to shoot an arrow through Nyx's ear to pierce it?
I don't know. My arrows are more for the putting to sleep type. I'd have to, like, go up there and, like, stab with my sword instead, and that's a lot less stealthy.
Oh, trust me, I don't think your arrow is gonna put them to sleep.
It did the first time.
Yeah, and it hasn't since.
Wow.
Consider, though, it would be really funny.
My pride is hurt. My day is ruined. 100,000 gold.
Bitch.
Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. I am a cold-hearted bitch. Renegade for life.
All right. Guess we just killed time.
Yeah. Anything in particular you want to do while killing time, or just stay in the shade?
Can we listen to more rumors?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll search
It
for
could
some
pierce your
rumors
ears.
as well.
Yeah. Get your ears pierced, exactly.
Megan pulls out her sword and says,
I don't know if this is piercing or just cleaving.
Megan lets out like a mechanical chuckle and then puts her sword back.
Thanks, Megan.
She pulls out the harpoon and says, "What have you says?"
All right, so
This is just to like drag any hair they have just over their ears.
Megan puts it back and says, "It's another joke."
So you've gotten most of the desert rumor, so I'm gonna go for like a neighboring area.
I want more.
Yeah. You're gonna. All right. So you hear some shouting and yelling about how we're all in danger of dragons. The dragons coming from the north. The dragons are way farther to the north. Yeah, there's a lot more in Sedaria than you think. I heard the groaning and roaring of a big fire-breathing beastie down in the plateau's mechanite mines.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Heck.
dragon in the mechanite mines. All right.
Oh, lovely. Well, not lovely, but
Fun.
Fun. Yeah. 5, you hear the rumor. I hear the bastard came through town the other day. He was speaking the name of the great archdemon Pazuzu and summoning him to wreak havoc upon the world we know.
Sure, Jan.
Sure, Jan. All right. So, all of that done. An hour passes, and you make your way over to... that's 5 hours, not 1. You make your way over to the corner indicated by now Carolina's map. She has erased the signature and put one of her own on it. And as you do, you hear this grinding noise as sand and stone nearby just slides downward like on a slope, revealing a tunnel leading deep under the city below.
Cool.
Is this like a tunnel we should be, like, making sure no one sees us go in, or is it just chill? To just, like, be like, we're going into the tunnel.
You don't see anyone nearby, so...
Okay.
Enter hole.
Enter hole. You enter
This
the
hole was made for
secret-
us.
And you enter the secret tunnel through the desert.
Secret.
Yeah. And as the last of you enters, there's another grinding stone, and the stone slides back into place behind you. You all light up some torches and other sources of light and head down through the tunnel towards a portcullis in front of an opening into a much larger chamber
wreathed in shadow. There are several boxes, sheaths, and quivers near the portcullis, and you can hear a dwarven voice from behind it call out, "Weapons stored."
All right,
No
all
complaints
right.
from me.
All right.
Yeah.
After a lot of grumbling from Barkat, eventually he is the last one to put his weapons down. And then clank, 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 clank. The portcullis raises, allowing you access into the dark chamber. You stand inside. Your light isn't even getting to all of this chamber. It's that huge. But then you hear a voice call out, "You know, I used to think I was the most extravagant person in this city. And then I hear a group as eclectic as yourself coming in." You turn and light shing, flashes off of what appears to be a scarlet hand covered in rings of jewels of all sorts of shapes and sizes and colors, sparkling in the light as it passes. Stepping forward is a well-dressed, robed tiefling, rubies and sapphires running down the sleeves of his robes, several rings on his finger, a giant gold necklace with a diamond inlay in the center stepping out. He examines more of his rings. "Now, I didn't come out to say hello at first. I figured you'd be like most adventurers, just passing on through, but no. It turns out you have business with me."
Indeed, we do. A pleasure to meet you. Also, very nice pieces, by the way.
Agreed.
Nothing
Yeah.
but the finest quality is fit to adorn me.
Oh, I see. Ix is just like, oh, mouth shape.
Gods, if we killed him, he'd be worth so much.
Don't say that.
Better men have tried.
Oh, I don't say that out loud. Very much not out loud. That is an internal. Gods, that corpse would be worth a lot.
Yep.
It was like, I'm sure it wasn't our intention to show you up in this city.
Oh, no, of course not. It's just, well, you know, walking around as big and varied a group as you are, you're sure to cause a scene in most civilized areas, honestly.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I rarely am wrong. Now then, what is it exactly you required? An investment, some loan capital? I am, after all, a very generous patron. I have been known to support some of the local businesses here in town.
Good to know. Good to know. Are you also a patron of, you know, that bastard at the moment?
Oh, you'll have to specify which bastard are you talking about?
Oh, let's see. What was it? Bathes in the blood of virgins. Sulfur follows him around. You know, followed by the hells. Three horns, was it? What else?
Yes! The one-eyed, hellspawned, godless, cruel, tri-horned, man-eating, virgin-slaying bastard!
Precisely.
That bastard, yes! Yes, we met just the other day, actually.
So, did he have the mold on him when you did?
He mentioned something of the like. Oh god, it was so long ago. He seemed very desperate, very yelling. The meeting was so brief, all things considered. What I most remember is he wanted to get out of the city, and he would do anything to do that.
So what do you have him doing for you, I guess is the question.
Oh, I'm not having him do anything. I smiled and sent him on his way.
Oh? Who'd you send him to? Or just off, I guess.
The thing about me is, I value loyalty. in people.
Mm.
And someone who has stolen a mold of that caliber from his own, well, I suppose, former employer now. You can't really put loyalty in that kind of person. You can't trust them with such secrets. I just told him I'd keep an eye on him in case things went badly, and if I needed anything from him, I would let him know.
Fair. Makes sense.
Okay. I want to insight him, but I don't have good Oh no, I do have moderate insight. I want to insight him.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh fuck, it's been too long. I don't have the bardic anymore. Damn.
He's clearly not telling the whole truth.
Yeah.
Well, between you and me, what did he offer you, though?
Now, you are asking a guildmaster to spill trade secrets. Now, I didn't get this far by being loose-lipped with people I've just met. Trust is the most valuable commodity that I deal in. It's not grain, or even the jewels that I carry and send around the city.
Completely fair. To be transparent, I'm asking because I have a suspicion of what he may have offered you, and I thought that we could perhaps exceed it.
And you would exceed it how, exactly?
Well, if my suspicion is correct, why bother getting a single casting out of a mold when you could perhaps have the mold itself?
Ah, that is economic thinking. Teach a man to fish and all that. In order to get that mold, of course, you would have to pry it from the hands of the bastard, though.
You are very accomplished at taking care of business.
I'm sure you are. And I'm sure, given that I can arrange a meeting with him, you'd be very eager to do just that. But, like I said, trust is important in this business. Before I give you such valuable information, I would need to know that I can trust you and that your intentions are indeed as you say.
All right. And is there something in particular that would convince you then, or...?
Well, going after the one-eyed man-eating bastard with all of his titles, knowing all you do about him, takes bravado, so a similar act of bravado should suffice. I want you to get a sword for me.
A sword?
Yes.
What sort?
The sword of Sir Garmer Mightbelt.
Ah, the sword of Sir Garmer Mightbelt.
Now, when you say get, do you mean get or borrow get?
Well, a knight is not going to let you borrow his sword. That is his right arm, after all.
Yeah, I see your point.
What's so special about the sword?
Oh, it's not any magical properties or anything. I would know if that were the case. It's more of a status symbol, really.
I see.
You. Oh god, you can see Nyx's lips just like keep shut.
You feel the
goes Dario.
Sucking air through teeth.
That sure would be something. Honestly, Ty kind of shrugs. Probably something that takes less bravado than things we've already done in the city. I mean, Cagdadar Killer's no longer around. They make a gesture towards all of us.
Potions are now no longer illegal in town.
Makes a gesture.
And I certainly appreciate the boost that's going to have on my business, but that's not the deal I offered, now was it?
Well,
No,
what kind of business would we be doing if there were no counter offers?
In that case, you are more than welcome to accept those counter-offers as you see fit.
Guess we shall have to take your offer in mind.
Thank you very much for the gracious, your gracious offers and your time as well. It's been quite illuminating.
I do tend to have that effect on people.
Mm-hmm. I've said everything. Did anyone else have any ideas?
Nyx looks a little bit pissed. They're not gonna say anything else.
Well, if that's all, you're free to go. Make sure you don't forget your stuff before you leave.
Oh, yeah. Well, pleasure meeting you, sir.
Ta.
Yeah, head out, grab stuff.
Yep.
Trill's feathers are just like ruffling up in annoyance.
You get your equipment, head back up the tunnel. The door slides open for you to step on out, and slides closed when you leave.
I guess if we returned later, then it would open for us again.
Yeah, for convenience's sake.
Okay, cool. Well, that went as well as it could have.
Mom, can I swear? Mom, permission to swear?
Go for it.
Yeah, just...
I give you permission.
Yeah, looks at Trill and make it just... Can I say some bad words?
Megan holds up one finger.
One.
No, just like... Thinks about it for a second.
Wiener.
That stupid, cocky, absolute cockroach of a shithead.
Whoa.
Nice one.
Man, I could have said fucker, but...
Oh, that would have been the easy route.
Exactly, that would have been the easy road.
There are six other words that George Carlin said should not be said on television, or would not be said on television.
Alas, the wheels of corruption keep turning.
Beckless shoots Trill a look.
Yeah.
So, I now know what Maris looks like.
Oh, Jesus.
And talks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like where you're going with this.
Speaking of talking, let's keep our lips tight while we're still out in public.
Yeah, especially in the slums. Oh, what's the time?
4:20. Blaze it.
Weed.
Woo! We can head back to the inn if we want to.
The one you're staying in or the Red Worm?
No, the one we're staying in.
Okay.
The gossiping.
You head back to the Gossip Girl Inn.
Oh my god, let's go, girls! Alright, everybody, gather around. It's circle time.
Does this party really only have one girl? It's a robot.
Yes.
That's really funny.
All right.
And Helena.
Yeah, and Helena.
Player characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Helena, alright, so we either do the robbery, we go meet up with Hjalgarm Keenblood and see what he has to say. Or what's the other plan again?
I could impersonate Mormaris and try to meet with Coldblood directly.
Alright, do you know where he is?
Well, that would be the thing. We'd have to get a message to him somehow. I mean, the only thing that we'd potentially be able to do that would be Trill's animal messenger thing, but I don't know if that would...
I feel like
work
that
in
would
this
tip him
scenario.
off that something's up.
Exactly, that's the trouble.
To be fair, I'm more willing to go with that plan over anything.
I'd have to like know of like the location first before I send an animal there. If it's an unknown location, I can't do that.
Well, he's still in Kekladar, isn't he?
As far as we know.
So, putting all of our options on the table, it seems like we can either try and find the bastard ourselves, get the sword, and work with the jeweler, try and talk to Keenblood and see what he wants with the hammer, or talk to the Holy Man and the Knight and see if they have a plan, since they both seem to not be on plan with what their boss is intending.
But I feel like if we say the wrong thing to them, they're gonna rat us out, and then that will cause more problems.
Rat us out to whom?
To Keenblood, because if we rat him out, we might lose the trail then. We don't want to get in even more trouble.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm not comfortable taking the sword.
No.
Barkat looks around and is like, okay, so am I the only one who would be okay taking the sword, just putting this on the table?
Probably.
Probably.
Nyx noticeably holds their staff a bit tighter when they mention the sword as well. I mean, man, it's tough when you have choice.
Little bit. So my thinking with the Knight and the Holy Man is based on their response that we saw of him confessing and not liking the path that his master has taken him down, nor liking what he heard that his brother's intending.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Is it likely that they are going to want to rat us out if they are not on the same page as him?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I see a point.
And while it might not be the easiest, they might still be able to figure out how to get in contact with the bastard if the Holy Man isn't just helping him hide out in the vaults underground.
True. Not to mention, if we got a knight on our side, that's good reinforcement.
Can be.
And we have good-ish rapport with Harmon for, the 2 times we've met him.
Good enough. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that's sound.
I think if our intent is to try and find the bastard, to talk to him directly, going through the Holy Man is going to be our best bet.
Okay.
Yeah, because all things considered, we don't actually know why he stole the mold. Also.
And that is information I would very much like to know before anyone gets their hands on this thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it a quick job for some extra money and head out of the city? Is it a prevent it from being used sort of situation? If that's the case, then why not destroy it, etc., etc.
It definitely seems like the bastard wants it to end up in good hands, and thus far what he's heard from the two people he's offered it to haven't exactly been good hands. Because if I recall correctly, Keenblood was rumored to be wanting it to try and take more control. And just from that interaction with the jeweler, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the same that he wants.
Okay.
See, what I'm thinking is those two, if they met up with the bastard, they would know how to contact him, which, like, knowing what he looks like would be important for Animal Messenger, and we only have, like, 3 horns, 1 eye, etc., to go on. But if they're that paranoid, then, I don't know, they might have, like, a password to know it's safe and not a deception or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know. I would guess one of those two is our best option, but after we get that information, we don't really have to help them necessarily.
This is true.
Okay.
I think for now, going and talking to Hammond is our best bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm sold on that.
All right. You head over to the vault, meeting back up with Harmond, who is locking up. It's like, hello there. I was just closing up the vaults here and heading over to meet with my brother.
Oh, now?
Yes. Now that I am off the clock, it's high time we discussed certain matters of his that need discussing immediately before he does something rash.
I'm gonna assume you want to keep that private.
Yes. But, since you brought those matters to my attention, if I say that you're with me, then you'd be let in through his front gates, no problem, and you'd have an audience with him right after I'm done.
Looks to the others, but they look hopeful.
Yeah, that would be.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be a good thing, I believe. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's not so bad to have backup, right?
Absolutely.
So I don't want to say this out loud. I am going to shoot a telepathic message to Harmond. Are you sure that with everything you found out, you won't be in danger if you bring these points to your brother's attention?
He would not be so fool as to strike down a holy man.
If that's the case, then I'm fine with this plan.
All right. So, you head through the streets, along with Harmond Caneblood, over to Soul Grove, passing through some of the shops and towards a more residential district, until you stand before this giant, opulent, like, ivory mansion with pillars that are taller than, like, some of the houses that you've seen around Soul Grove. There is, like, a group of 4 guards standing in front of polished golden gates that tap their spears on the ground as you approach. Harmon just raises an arm. Easy! They're with me. The guards nod, tap their spears twice again, and the gates creak open, letting you walk down this like long promenade up to the front doors. You push open the doors with a large creak, and the foyer is just as opulent and extravagant as anything you've seen. There are like marble busts of several dwarven warriors, a large centerpiece statue of several dwarves leaping axes at the ready, attacking what appears to be a giant of some variety, and spiral stairs around said statue leading up at least like 5 stories to a mahogany door, giant mahogany door with gold inlays on it. There are various dwarves in serving clothes out and about who look at you as they pass, but otherwise pay you no mind as they just like clean up. They're sweeping up sand and dirt immediately as you lift your foot up from where it's tracking. And as you head up the stairs, Harmond goes up to the door, turns around. I would like to go in alone first, in case he needs a confessional, because those should be kept private. Before I exit, I will tell him you are here and wish to speak to him about the blast hammer mold and the
Of course.
bastard.
Understandable.
Take your time.
All right. Harmon nods, knocks on the door, steps inside, closes it behind him. It's quiet for a few, and then you hear some very loud shouting in Dwarvish, and some shouting back. You catch the phrases, "Leave those people alone. You can't do this. You have enough." And then one final scream of, "Get out!" before the screaming stops. Another minute passes by. Harmond exits the door, face red, clearly frazzled looking, turns to you, forces a smile. "He'll see you now." And that is where we're going to take a break for hydration, bathroom, and whatnot. We will be back in a little bit to meet with Hjalgarm Keenblood. Don't go anywhere, or else. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to Legends of the Wildlands. We left off with our heroes going to meet with Hjalgarm Keenblood.
So if there's a Bradley Bear, where's Tadley Twink?
Tadley Twink! Tadley Twink!
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
Hey! Alright. You step inside the office of Hjalgarm Keenblood. It is not decorated quite as opulently as the rest of the mansion. Instead, it looks more like a barbarian's trophy room. There are all kinds of, like, pelts, furs, skulls, mounted up on the walls, on pedestals all around, various collected weapons and bits of armor, and at the end of it, sitting at a big round table is an old but very, very jacked-looking dwarf with a notable, like, cut battle scar deep across his chest diagonally. He looks at you, and he smiles. "Ah! You must be the adventurers that have come to Coglador I've heard so much about! The ones that killed the Coglador killer and got the potion poisoner, eh? You must be mighty ones indeed!"
Megan says as an aside
Tasty like some windows.
that it's an improvement from Weirdos.
Guilty as charged.
Ah, excellent, excellent. Well, come on in, sit around the table. Don't be shy, there's plenty of room for all of you, even the dog! Zario climbs up on one of the chairs, curls up on it, and lays down.
Oh,
very good.
My heart.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate it, Mr. Keenblood.
Hi. If we're being friendly, then you can call me Hjalgarm.
Hjalgarm. Okay, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you as well. So, my brother says you are interested in this meeting.
Aye.
Aye. Something about, finding the cruel, one-eyed, godless, hellspawned, tri-horned, man-eating, virgin-killing, salted earthen bastard?
Oh, solar everything's new. Yeah, pretty much.
Bella came to me the other day, as a matter of fact, said something about, a blast hammer mold taken from the Hammer Bloods or something of the like.
Yeah, we heard from your brother you were interested in finding it?
Oh, aye, of course. A mold like that, that's power and security right there if you have the means of production with it.
So did the bastard bring it to you?
He had it with him at the time. I said he was going to just give it to me if I got him out of the city.
Oh, and I take it you said no.
Well, of course I said no. I can't be trafficking in stolen property.
Oh, God. Oh, absolutely. Gotta be responsible in these times.
Of course, of course. Any sign of weakness or just thievery, that could undermine me position, you understand?
Huh.
Well, yeah.
If he was so keen on, well, stealing it in the first place, why would he just want to give it to you to get out of the city? I don't know. It seems kind of strange, doesn't it?
Something about the fact that I've got a pretty regimented guard under my protection. I would have the resources to get him away safely. Something along those lines.
It sounds like he's stolen this as a bargaining chip.
Perhaps he has.
Well, basically, we, as you know, we have gotten into a lot of, saving the day shenanigans recently, and we feel like this one is good to add to the list, and we heard that you were interested in finding it, so we thought, we could help each other?
I couldn't exactly, I mean, I let him go because that's the law of hospitality. You don't kill a man in your home. Unless he's doing a crime or something like that in the home. But I invited him as a guest, you know how it is. But, knowing that he's somewhere still out there, doing his evil ways, holding onto a blast hammer, it puts a chill down my spine.
Yeah, certainly would put a chill down anyone's.
So, you look like a powerful man.
Have actually, you used actually used to be an adventurer like you folk.
Until
I got rich as fuck.
I mean, isn't that the end goal, though?
Exactly.
But, have you ever used a blast hammer?
I would know how to operate one. It's been a very, very long time. Use it to blow the skull clean off a desert giant once.
Damn. Hell of a piece.
Aye, that it is. Right, but, as I was saying, it puts a shiver down my spine knowing he's still out there. Now, I did tell him I would consider the offer and keep in touch, because that's a polite thing to do. But I couldn't exactly send me men after him. He could be planning something nefarious. He could kill them and then get away with it. But, let's say, you lot and I, we could deal with this, eh? See, what I want is to make sure that my position of security and oversight here in Kagladar is kept as strong as possible. And I know, like you lot, there are plenty of able-bodied adventurers, mercenaries, well-to-do types, that able-bodied, I mean, not well-to-do. Well-to-do is me. Several able-bodied types that hang around Kagladar. In fact, I think they set up a training ground somewhere in the slums for people of that sort to just have a scrap, test their abilities, and the like. If you recruit some of those burly fighters for me, because I'm assuming you're new and you're adventuring, you didn't want to sign on a more permanent basis. If you could sign on some of those burly types to be, in a guard or worker position under my employ, then I can tell you where the bastard is, arrange a meeting, and you can take care of him.
Great. Yeah. Nyx looks just really exasperated by this. And whereabouts are these guys? Sorry.
Like I said, your best bet is probably going to be in the slums. There's something called the Hammerblood Training Ground, because Hammerblood's the main sponsor.
In the slums. Okay.
In the slums.
Yeah. What time do they sort of operate?
It's open all hours.
All hours. Okay. And how many would you like, ideally?
3 would be ideal. If you have poor luck, I'll let you slide with just 1, because I'm nice like that.
Oh, thank you.
So, what kind of employee are you looking for in terms of skills or anything like that?
Big, burly, muscular, knows their way around a weapon.
Okay. So you're general... Alright. General fighting type. Of course. And, how much would one make under your employ? Just for,
Are you
if we are to be
interested?
intermediaries.
He says, leaning in.
Well, no, if we are to be intermediaries, we need to bring the details to people, yes?
Tell them whatever. I don't care.
Well, shit, if it's like that, then it's like that. All right. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult, would it? Tag, cast a glance back to the rest of the fellas.
Sure. I'll be glad to do it.
I'm sure you will.
Oh no, absolutely, we will. Of course.
Sorry, we've just been running around basically the entire city all day in the heat, trying to get a scent on this guy. So
yes, exhausted. Getting in your cardio, very important.
We've had so much exercise today.
Well,
exercise of both the body and mind.
In that case, we will get back to you with our results.
All right, I look forward to it, adventurers.
Okay, well, thank you so much for listening to us.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah. So lovely to meet you, and I hope things with your brother are okay.
He is stony silent. You don't have to worry about that.
We don't. Okay, good. No, I won't pray. See you later.
And Trill said, I'm gonna worry about that.
So it's like the moment we're out of earshot, like Nyx's smile just goes, how much longer is this gonna go on for?
Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Oh.
Everybody wants a little bit of something. Specific.
Seems like it.
Now, I'm the most patient person in the entire world, but this is so many people we have to talk to.
Fetch quests are the staple of any good RPG.
Do you taste metal? It's okay. Bigoron's sword will be totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
I promise.
Totally worth it.
I kind of put my arm around Zidane and I'm like, do you want to go get some food?
Please, I'm dying.
Okay, why don't we go for a dinner break?
Dinner break sounds good.
Dinner break.
Let's go. I'm starving.
All right. You stop by a nearby cafe in Soul Grove. They have like meat kebabs as their specialty.
Mmm.
Boy, no, that actually sounds really good right now.
Yeah.
Better not be goat.
Meh.
What's wrong with goat?
Sentient kebabs.
Alright, so
Let's compose ourselves.
should we try to run by our options again? Because at this point it keeps getting bigger and I'm just losing
Okay.
on which one's the best routes.
Option 1, acquire weaponry and work with the jeweler.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Option 2 is go along with this recruitment thing for information.
Okay.
Option 3, see if the knight and the man of God have a plan, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, that meeting went by smoother than I thought it would, so I wouldn't be against option 2.
Yeah.
But then Nizit raised really good points about option 3, so I'd be balanced between those two.
Option 3 might work a little better in the long run, but option 2 would also be pretty good.
I feel like option 3 it's like the negotiator route. Keep the peace.
No one likes option 1, right? No one here
No.
likes option 1?
God, no.
I like
No.
option 1.
We know you do.
We'll find something for you to
Overruled.
do. We'll find something for you to do, we promise.
It better
Well,
be
I
shooting
mean-
a man.
We'll make sure you shoot a man. But
From what Hjalgar implied, at the very least, was that he would, help arrange a meeting with us and the bastard, and then we would then, talk to him and deal with him as suited. So he would not actually be directly involved in the meeting / confrontation / whatever. So we could try to take the path of least resistance and perhaps loop in the other two about it, if we believe that that's something we would want to take, a path we would want to take, rather. That is what comes to mind for me, at the very least.
Yeah. Whew. I mean, I don't want to put this to a vote because half of our team are NPCs. So.
So what would be the problem, just throwing this out there, what would be the problem in helping Hjalgar recruit someone for his god?
I don't have a problem with it. This is just dragging out.
that's
I don't want
true.
to get to Coldsong and it's like, if you can do this, that, and the other, then I will give you exactly what you want, and then go meet this person and do this, this, and this. So I'm
Yeah.
absolutely fine with that choice. It's just been a very long day, Tyke.
No, that's fair. It has been very long. I think that might be our. Honestly, that might be our.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe, even if that's not the best option, that's definitely our most preferred option.
It's our path of least resistance at the moment.
it is. It's the most logical. It wouldn't really anger anyone, because I feel like at the same time, if we did go back to Harmond, it would piss off his brother. So, yeah, training grounds is probably the more peaceful option.
This might be the best. This actually might be the best in the long run.
Okay, well, I'll put it to that then.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
You good with that, Trill, Megan? Is it? Thumbs up? Great.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see, at least right now, anything wrong with that. Of course, like, everybody seems to have all their ulterior motives, but,
Yeah. Alright, well there we go.
Training grounds it is.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
go tonight.
You finish off your kebabs and head over to the slums and the training grounds. It's pretty well decorated, all things considered. In fact, it's very, very well equipped. They have like pop-up walls, a couple of like boxes that puff out smoke occasionally. A couple of mirrors that are projecting little holograms of orc warriors, and fighting amidst all of these walls, there are a couple of pretty well-armored dwarves testing their skills with parrying, dodging, thrusting, and the like. Most of them use quarterstaffs. You can see one that is hefting an axe in one hand and a sword in the other, flailing around like a maniac.
Wow.
Does anyone stand out as particularly skilled?
Well, besides the maniac,
Well, you said that doesn't mean skilled per se.
I mean, he is cutting through all those holograms, particularly
Gotcha.
skilled. Yeah, so there's the maniac, and then there's also what appears to be a man in very dusty monk-like robes, wielding a quarterstaff, who is just sweeping it all around in various spinning patterns, knocking a whole bunch of orcish holograms off of what appears to be like a projected bridge into projected river. And running above him, there is a skinny dwarf with 2 crossbows, leaping atop some of the pop-up walls, firing them into the crowd.
Firing what into the crowd, sorry?
Crossbows. 2 crossbows.
Okay. Well, there we go. Now we've just got to convince him. How we're gonna talk to that guy at the middle, I've got no idea.
How tall is Locus? Like we've met him a few times. Is he like dwarf size?
Locust would be pretty tall for dwarf size.
Okay. Sorry, just dwarf crossbows running across building tops. You know,
I see.
it's like poetry, it rhymes. Well, anyone stand out to you all?
Eyeing the maniac. I don't know if he'll be good to negotiate with, though.
We won't know until we try.
Until we
Also,
try.
I want to get a closer look at those holograms because this is fascinating. Right.
Perfect.
All right. You approach the spinning maniac, and as you do, he yells, "Duck!"
Flat on the ground. Just,
You duck and
just drop.
his axe
Instant
goes
drop.
flying over your head across the room, embeds itself going through one of the orc holograms and into one of the pop-up walls.
Well done.
Damn.
He then points behind you and says, "Duck!" Yeah. You duck again. A hologram of a duck waddles past going, "Quack, quack."
Oh my god. Why did we think this was a good idea?
I like ducks!
I am impartial to
I
ducks.
want to pet that one!
Well, go pet it.
He runs
Sure,
over and
go
tries to
him.
pet it. Of course, his hand goes through. Why, God!
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi!
Hey, what's your name?
My name is the Swift! My enemies need know me as nothing else because I'm so fast!
The Swift.
Oh,
Oh,
I
Hi,
claim no
nice-
relation to this man.
yeah.
No.
I was about to say, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Nix, and this is my Swift.
Don't bring me into this.
Oh, I'm sure you two will get along just fine. Pushes a rope.
I want to pet it!
Oh, go for it.
Smack! He accidentally smacks Swift. She poofs away. Why, God?
Christ. It's fine. She'll come back.
You looking for work, big man?
What kind?
Being strong, being fast.
I get paid to be the Swift?
Seems like it.
I want the duck!
You'll have to take it up with your employer, but...
I want the duck!
You know what? I'm pretty sure Hjalgam could swing a duck for you.
He considers this for a long while. One of his eyes droops down lazily.
Mm-hmm.
It's a deal! I'm getting that duck! And then he just charges out of the training room, arms spread behind him in like a Naruto run pose.
Ironically, that was the easiest.
You
Perfect.
Ow,
serious?
my ears, they hurt. Ow.
Well, you
What?
guys.
Wanted too much. Ow.
You got sent. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
It's fine.
Why don't you come with me? We're gonna resummon our Swift, and we can stay far away from this noise. Is that okay?
No, it's a lot quieter since the guy left.
Yeah!
So he's like,
yeah.
I can handle the rest.
Okay.
He was just loud. He was
All right.
really loud.
It was fine.
Very loud.
I get nods. And reboots your auditory processors.
Goodness. Right. Number 2. Was it? Would you say a robed guy?
Yeah, robed guy with quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff. Yeah.
Seems efficient.
Yeah.
Although, does he fit the description of big burly man?
He's really stout. So, pretty tall and pretty stout for a dwarf.
Well, in that case... Sure, Tygel Road.
Alright. You head on over. The dwarf looks at you, gets a little smirk. Aiming to cross, are you?
Looks... Perhaps aiming to take a look, more like, but...
Well, this is my particular bridge. No one crosses without me say so.
Tyke slowly kind of nods. You do a hell of a good job defending it, from what I can tell.
Thank you.
Are you looking for employment by any chance?
That depends on the employer.
Hjalgarm Keenblood.
Heard of him? Heard he's looking for particularly capable men, and accepts nothing but the best. If you're recruiting for him, I assume that you would be that capable?
Yes, though my talents are less martial and more... social, I suppose.
There.
Magical.
Alright. If you or one of your capable friends can prove your capability by finding a way across me bridge, I'll consider it.
Done. Tag steps back, turns to look at the party. This would be easy.
I just imagine Nizip just like invisible walks across.
Behind you, nothing personnel, kid.
Omewa shinderu.
Didn't see it. Doesn't count.
So, who wants to try?
Megan steps forward.
Hell yes.
Okay.
You got a big one.
Tag
This will be
will
fun.
sling a riff, give Megan some fucking bardic, baby.
Alright. Verdicts.
Bardic.
Okay. This bridge. Let's double check some things. So how to approach this? What to do? So you gotta beat him to cross the bridge, right?
You have to find a way to get across the bridge. No one crosses without a say-so.
Okay. No one crosses the bridge without a say-so.
Have you considered asking politely?
I was about to say. I was about to say. Megan walks up and asks, well, first of all, if there's a toll.
No.
So, then she asks politely whether she can cross the bridge.
Right, of course. On you go.
Megan shrugs and starts walking.
You cross the holographic bridge. Man claps.
We're people of character, as you can see.
Yeah. Aye. That's what I'm looking for. I'll head over as soon as I'm done with my session.
Megan nods. And returns to the party, crossing back over the holographic bridge. Or through, I suppose.
Yeah, through.
Megan says,
That was easy.
Megan says that was easy.
You make quick work of any challenge that comes your way.
Yeah.
Megan nods and says it pays to have manners, and it pays to have both strength and manners.
Very true.
Absolutely.
All right.
3.
Who's next?
All right. Jumping crossbow
Crossbows.
guy is still running, jumping around, firing wildly into the holograms.
Woo, yahoo, woo, yahoo, woo.
God.
Speedrunner strats.
Woohoo, yahoo, woohoo!
So long, dear Bowser.
All right.
Hey there.
What's up,
Woo!
speedrunner?
Yeah, yeah, rah!
Okay. Nice to meet you too.
Gotta go fast!
Tig, I can't be fucked.
Is he?
Oh
is he,
shit! No.
is he? Wait a minute. Is he shooting the crossbow that fast, or is he like BLJing?
He's BLJing.
I just lick the soap like a popsicle.
Yeah. My crossbow's a little like.
Just grabs the soap, just like puts,
You know what?
puts the soap down.
Next year,
Thanks.
you're actually fine. It's
You're
Thanks.
fine.
Oh, I appreciate that.
We say fuck all the time. I don't see what.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're among good fucking company.
Maybe if we stop him somehow, we can get him to talk.
But first we need to explain what half an A press is.
Bounce pad! Gotta go fast!
May I?
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
bow, arrow, gonna shoot at the target.
Just shoot the guy. Yeah.
Not him, but like a holographic target that he's doing it, just kind of get his attention. I would not shoot at him, but more of a case of
God.
he's focused on a target. Might as well shoot the target to get his attention. All right. Actions, please. Let me get to my actions. I don't.
Nah, no actions here.
No actions allowed.
No actions allowed. Oof. That still works.
Yeah, 18. Oof, oh no, 18.
Oof on an 18.
Oh no! Oh god!
No,
Oh,
18 to
no.
hit
Just to
the
get
target.
rude.
Your arrow strikes true. Tunk tunk. His crossbow bolts land against the arrow. He briefly stops to look. This throws him off his A-press rhythm. Bonk! He bonks against a wall, falls down to the floor.
Oomph.
Gotta go fast, he says,
Sorry.
coming up woozy.
You okay?
Fast?
Well, there's somebody
You want-
who's seeking a job, and you could go very fast with him.
Fast job?
Fast
Fast
jump.
job.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Gotta get a job!
Yeah, gotta get a job. I will tell him where to get said job.
Gotta get job fast! And then he just sprints out, also Naruto running.
There we go. High
Well,
five, Zidane.
that was easy.
What kind of run is that, though?
Hmm.
Megan says
Aerodynamic,
that,
I guess.
Yeah.
Megan says that she thinks that it might be one of those runs that they do in one of the eastern countries.
Oh.
I don't know why I found that in particular very funny, but I'm like dying.
Nice.
All right. So, having recruited the quirky cast of characters, I'm assuming you want to go report back to Hjalgar?
Port.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You head back. You are let right through the gates. Apparently, you've been expected. Head back up to Hjalgarm's office. Hjalgarm's like, you're back. Just in time. I found some very quirky characters come to my doorstep before you. One of them was nice enough, but then I think one of the others could only say got to go fast, and the other was looking for a duck.
Where they may lack in vocabulary, they are very, very, very effective with their weaponry.
You're right. I don't pay them to talk.
Precisely.
Precisely.
Megan says, hopefully you can at least get the duck guy a duck.
I'm obscenely rich. I can get fucking anything I want. Right. So with them, I have what I want. So I am gonna get you what you want. I have sent out some men to go contact the bastard, and send out word that some agents who just happen to resemble you lot, are looking to talk to him. He'll be waiting right about here, he says, pointing to an address in the slums.
Perfect. Thank you
Okay.
very much for your time and generosity.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what we can do about him.
Of course, whatever it is, make sure it's swift. The one-eyed, hell-spawned, god-hating, tri-horn bastard. He can do so many bad things to you.
I
Wait,
can
Swift?
only imagine at this point.
Yeah. Oh boy.
At this point, I'm just wondering if everyone's just over-exaggerating this.
I mean,
At this point, Tyg is convinced that nobody has actually met this man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nix has been thinking this whole time. I'm sure he's not that bad.
The amount of press X to doubt with these people is actually comical at this point.
Yeah. Just imagine all the rumors are false except that he's a lousy tipper.
Yeah. Okay, so where did you? Well, where we've got, but what time? Sorry, can we meet him?
You can head out right now if you want.
Oh, heck yes. Let us go.
All right. As dusk falls over the city of Kagladar, you make one last trip across the city, over towards the slums, ducking to an alley. Finally, the time of your meeting has come. Soon, you'll be face to face with the monster himself. The evil, vicious, nefarious, revolting, horrific, man-eating, one-eyed, dry-horned, god-hating, god-slaying, hell-spawned, cruel bastard! Coldsong.
I mean, Coldsong is fine on itself.
Yeah.
It's like a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
Yeah. You round a corner and enter the alleyway that you were told to go enter. And you find a handsome young dwarf picking his teeth with a toothpick. He's got a shock of black hair pulled into a tight ponytail and an oiled and trimmed beard down his chest. Notably, he's got 2 eyes. And you start thinking, is this not the guy? The dwarf looks at you and is like, you the guys?
Are you the guy?
Aye.
Then I.
Aye.
Ah. Good. I was beginning to worry, but at least someone knows where the blast hammer mold would be.
Oh. Why don't we sit down?
Oh, this complicates things.
What do you mean this complicates things? He says, reaching toward his coat.
Okay, it appears there may have been some sort of a miscommunication.
Oh, that's
So
becoming
you
very
don't have
clear.
it.
Yeah, we thought you had it.
I was told that I'd be meeting agents of Mr. Keenblood who would have information on its whereabouts.
Oh my god.
We were told that we were meeting with insert superlative here. The bastard.
Well, that much is true. You're meeting with him now.
Yeah. Word on the majority of the streets is that Cold Blood being you, yes, correct?
Yes, correct.
You are the one who stole and has the mold. See, for some reason, everyone seems to think that this is the case.
They're only
Is
half
it not?
right. Yeah. I did take the mold, aye. And I went looking for a way out. Got rejected both times I looked. And as I was looking for Plan C, I got attacked in the street, dumped in an alleyway, left for dead, and robbed.
Oh, you were robbed. We weren't sure on that part.
There's a lot of different information going around about you, as I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I can imagine. I bet they told you that I have 3 eyes.
And horns.
Oh, they must have subtracted the number of eyes. Did you know one time they tried to call me a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater?
Purple people eater? I thought it was virgin eater.
Oh, they moved it to virgin now! To be more specific, I guess.
So, in either case, would one be purple and eats people, or eats purple people?
You know,
Or a virgin who eats people, or a person who eats...
shockingly enough, I never asked. Because every time I came near them, someone would say, "Run! It's the purple people eater!"
Well, fuck. In that case, you get a good look at the people who jumped you. Maybe we could help each other out. Shit.
They were wearing masks, I'm afraid, but they had the kind of armaments that you would associate with someone who was well-to-do, could afford to maintain them. And assuming it wasn't the city guard, only Keenblood's men could have done that.
Did he set us
Yeah,
up?
it seems like he didn't, well, try to set us up somehow. I don't really know what he expected would happen when we met each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he expected you would kill me.
Why would we do that?
Without talking to you first?
Because I'm the one-eyed, three-horned, hell-spawned, god-hating bastard.
But we
As
made it
he
very
was set off, Tig, like, looks at him specifically every time he says that, just folds their arms and just like, uh-huh. Yeah, you sure are all those things.
Yeah,
at first
exactly.
glance. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we never indicated to him that we wanted to harm you. What?
Someone of that society, he'd never say something like that out loud. Not to people of your upstanding nature.
So
now what do we do?
I do have a question. That is, why did you steal it in the first place? Or take it, I guess. Like, what happened? What's going on here? You're the only one who really knows at this point.
Right. So, it gets a little complicated. Yeah.
I can tell.
All right, yeah.
So, as you might have surmised, I was employed by the Hammerblood Guild. Partly to work in the foundry, partly I had a particular set of skills that meant I could find better work elsewhere. Smuggling was the nicest way of it. Getting some equipment they wanted in more violent ways was another. Last job they sent me on, it was an old woman, her husband, their grandkid. I went in, I went out. They never went out again. I was sick of it at that point. I said I wanted to quit. They were like, okay. 3 more jobs. And I was not sticking around to find out what those jobs were. And running away is not exactly a good option. It's the middle of the desert. They have better equipment than I do. So, I figured I needed someone who could get me out of the city safely, start a new life somewhere else. And so, I noticed that they had a new mold for working on dwarven blast hammers. Those things are nasty in the wrong hands, and Hammerblood is the wrong hands. So, when it was my turn on the line, I waited until it was near closing time, removed the mold from its container, got the fuck out of there. Took them until the next day to realize anything had happened. At that point, I had asked Hjalgun Keenblood, I had asked Mormer Sparkling where to get some safety, and was considering a third, even more drastic option, and that is when I got jumped.
What was the third option?
So, some of the deals, smuggling and the like, are taken through channels to the south and west, through the ocean and the rivers. They're delivered to us by gnolls. There's one particular captain, never caught her name, I don't know if she speaks Dwarven, got a dagger in her eye. I figured if anyone could smuggle me out of the city, through the waterways would be my best bet, but dealing with those psychopaths could be really deadly. Especially if I traded a blast hammer to them, because apparently Hammerblood's next shipment coming in tonight is for something very, very nasty. I left before I could hear any specifics, I'm afraid.
Alright.
So I take it you don't know where they're dropping off the shipment.
Oh, I know exactly where they're dropping off the shipment. Yeah, it'll be at the harbor at midnight. I imagine that there'll be a trade there, and I imagine also that the gnolls would be pretty desperate to get their hands on weapon molds. They mostly use wood, leather, things like that, and whatever bits of stone and metal and bone they can find. Getting their hands on metal, or even a blast hammer, they'd be even more of a menace to Sideria than they already are. And they'd be willing to trade anything for that mold. So, I'm willing to bet also that... All this is to say, I'm willing to bet there'll be 2 trades going on in the harbor tonight. One for whatever the fuck Hammerblood is getting. and another between Keenblood's goddamned men trading a blast hammer mold for whatever the gnolls have on offer.
Yeah, we did hear about a gnoll with a dagger in her eye.
Probably
So,
confirming the shipment.
Damn. Well, we've got to stop this.
There may be ways we could help each other. We're of the same opinion where, from what you've described and from what we've experienced, having that blast hammer mold in the hands of, frankly, any of these people is a bad idea. And anything the Hammerbloods are bringing into the city is also never going to be good. We've actually been trying to see, well, how far up the guild it all goes, if you catch my drift.
Aye.
If we managed to... Well, here's the first question, I suppose. Would you be able to provide testimony about how far up the chain it goes in the guild? Because there are...
Right.
If you had protection.
Aye. If I was guaranteed protection, and if we made sure the deal did not go down, I'll tell everything I know to the city guard.
Okay. Well, first, we're very good at protecting people. Second, we are planning on leaving the city pretty much as soon as this whole thing is wrapped up with the Hammerblood Guild. You could come with us as we cross the desert, take you wherever.
Aye. That could be doable. I will say Hammerblood's unlikely to go down without a fight, even if my testimony does cause action.
That's fine. We're good at fighting. So yeah. Deal. We help each other out. We help stop these shipments. Help get you protection. You get testimony. We help you get the fuck out of the city.
I could live with that.
Perfect. Tig extends a claw to shake.
The bastard shakes your hand.
He's not a bastard.
I mean, technically,
Well,
yes.
technically,
but,
yes,
like,
he is.
Technically speaking, he is, but we gotta call him something else.
Coldsong, the made out of wedlock guy.
Uh-huh.
But just Coldsong. Just Coldsong.
Just Coldsong. He's got both.
Do you prefer to be called, by the way?
I guess Coldsong.
Megan says yes. We're not calling you bastard.
What, you mean you think it would be inconvenient for you to constantly call me the one-eyed, three-horned, cruel, godless, hell-spawned, man-eating, flying purple people-eater bastard?
A little bit.
Megan says yes.
We can settle with Coldsong. It's whatever you prefer.
Very frankly, Megan says yes. She does not have the processing power for that.
Yeah, we'll do our best for you. Typing the name out.
I'm not typing all the titles. That's your job.
One horn, three horns, how to 3-eyed. That add up 4 eyes and 4 horns?
It's okay, babe. We have VODs to go back to. Fair enough.
The VOD will be up sometime.
Yeah, I usually have them up on Mondays.
Yeah.
You got Twitch anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That'll be the time to put down all Coldsong's titles.
Oh yes.
Well, we have a date at the docks then, don't we?
This is a classic mafia story. I like it.
Mafia, mafia,
Mafia.
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 8 o'clock.
All right. You creep down past the docks. Well, not past the docks, past the slums, to the docks at the edge of Foundry Row. It is dark, but there are some torches flickering in the light. Most of the dock workers have, at this point, gone home. I'm going to do some last setup of the map real quick.
Okay.
And you position yourselves in a pretty open area near the dockside forge, seeing creaking in the distance a huge walnut brown ship. It looks jagged, covered in flapping leather painted strips with like war paint on them, a couple of spikes on the side, and you can hear the sound of cackling hyenas coming from said ship.
Look at the size of this walnut.
It's a big ass walnut.
It's like the size of this walnut, except way smaller.
Yeah, and that's what. Here's what my ship looks like. All right, and.
Ooh.
That's right, baby.
So glowy, so fancy.
Oh my.
Oh, very, very fancy. Little glowy effects on the fire, on the braziers.
Well, there they are.
God, there's so many of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a big ass party.
The squad. So what
Still
the
need 2
fuck's on
more.
the
It's not
ship?
complete yet.
What is this?
What percentage of the party is animals?
Oh.
No, I want to know what that was.
What was what?
Oh,
You know.
What was what?
my eyes are playing tricks on me.
I didn't see anything, Alex, so I'm not gonna press you. Unlike these people. I'm kidding.
I got my bird eyes out. I can see.
Oh my god, is the dwarf still with us?
Yeah, he
Well,
joined
yeah.
you to make sure shit was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks fabulous. Goodness. Well, there they are. I'm guessing they haven't noticed us.
Not unless you move past the anvil.
Okay, cool.
How big is that fucking anvil?
It's fucking
Anvils-
huge!
Anvils are big. Anvils have to be big.
Apparently.
It is like
Holy shit.
like about 20 feet long.
Jesus.
We can straight up measure. Hang on. That's the radius. Yeah, it's about like 20 feet long. Yeah. How do I get rid of this darn thing if I accidentally put it down?
I can.
Thank you, Alex.
All right. Besides the gnolls, is there anyone else of note that we notice?
Perception check.
Are there others around?
Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll have Nyx cast invisibility and then get closer and see through her. Just because she's got the better perception.
Nyx?
No, Swift! that person.
Her.
Honey!
I guess being small means she has fewer eye receptors in her eyes.
Can I help?
Sure.
Hold on. I'm gonna use my special eyes. Hopefully.
You're special. You got
Special.
the eyes.
Yeah,
You got the eyes of a hawk.
All right.
Swift, what are you looking at?
I think I see some weed.
Oh my Christ.
Where?
Oh, you know.
That's garden
No, I
weed!
don't.
All right. 20 perception. You can see approaching from the southwest edge of the docks, there is a group of pretty burly-looking dwarven men in, like, dark clothes. You can clearly see a couple of them are wielding scimitars. One of them's got, let me double check his weapon, actually. One of them's got a big-ass mace, and a big crossbow slung at his side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we recognize them?
Nope.
Oh, we don't? Okay.
Yeah.
Rangers.
They approach the edge of the riverside as the boat draws closer with the gnolls on it, yipping out what you would guess is a greeting, because none of you speak gnoll.
Mm-hmm.
And as they do, the gnolls drop anchor, and two of these dwarven men pull out big bulging sacks of something. It doesn't jingle like gold, so you're not entirely sure what it could be. One of the gnolls climbs aboard one of the free-floating masts, and the mast, like, bends down with the gnoll on it towards the shore, still connected to the ship, as the gnoll grabs the bags, and then whoom, pole bounds back onto the ship, sliding down with a spin, dropping to the deck, handing them over to the captain, who is that big, burly gnoll with the dagger in her eye.
Stylish.
Mm-hmm.
Is that our Swift?
Yeah, that's her.
What do we do?
Love that.
All right. And then you hear some more stomp, stomp, stomping footsteps as you spot some approaching dwarves in what look to be guard uniforms. The uniforms that you noticed in Hjelgarm Keenblood's staff, who are not being very stealthy. The other dwarves look over in surprise, look back towards the boat. The gnolls also, like, lean up. The dagger-eyed gnoll leans again, barks out something, and as she does, you can hear scraping and screeching coming from the boat.
Yeah, if we're going to move, I think we should probably make
Yeah.
a move soon.
We should
Yeah.
we should do something.
I've lost Swift. I wanted to send
She's
Swift
invisible.
a bit closer.
She's
Yeah.
invisible.
No, I can
Yeah.
only see when she's invisible, but her token's gone. There she is.
Oh, there she is.
Alright, I'm gonna get Swift closer because that noise is making me nervous.
Boop.
That's invisible.
Boop.
All right. Swift flies closer, and she's like, I think I hear screaming from inside that boat.
Like, that screaming?
Like screeching of something that's very angry.
Oh shit.
One of the dwarves looks over, wide-eyed, it's like, you said it would be tranquilized!
Oh.
What?
Yeah, there's
What are you
something.
going about?
There's something bad in the ship. I think it's a creature.
All right.
Why would the show be
It's time.
easy? Why would
It's
it?
time to
Oh.
enter.
What's in there? I'm surprised you thought it would be.
I mean, once we cross the hurdle. Anyway,
I'm gonna creep closer.
Carolina, hearing that something is bad in the ship, is just like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, right,
Way
not my
back
problem, bye!
Yeah, maybe take Dario with you.
Are we stealthily approaching?
Okay, well, I
I
guess
mean-
Dario's leaving.
Why? Oh, why?
If you want to get a surprise round in, then yeah, we could stealth it.
Well, just because if we're trying to stealthily approach, pass without trace would help all of us not get spotted
I
suddenly.
will say, out of character, the tension pool rolled an encounter, so stealth will not help you.
Oh, fine. Yep, let's go.
Worth a shot.
Trill's like, we gotta do something like now.
Okay, well, that's fine sense. That's not my flip token thing. There we go. Whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
All right.
Which way should I charge from? Who should I charge at? Because I'm a charge, but who should I charge at?
Charge us straight downwards.
All right, straight downwards it is. Draws both swords for a dramatic effect and starts
Let's
going.
go!
All right.
Let's fucking go.
I'll allow you to position yourselves roughly in a box below the anvil for combat.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go.
Okay, I should
downstairs.
be. I'll be frontline. You let's keep the squishies in the back.
Oh, we're all
Yeah.
facing that way. Things twisted. That's
Oh.
cool.
Yeah, I have a module that can flip you if you move in a certain direction.
Ah, that's cool.
Whee!
Oh, yay! Whee!
Little flippy.
Whee! Okay, so how far down can we go?
Don't go downward past Megan.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stay here then.
Yeah, don't go west of Nizip, east of the Knight, or south of Megan.
Step there. Yeah, then here is fine.
All right.
That's
Okay.
that was a slow flip.
Woo!
Oh yeah, Helena.
As you run out to confront the scene, the gnolls see you approach. Dagger-eyed Captain barks in order, and one of the gnolls grabs what appears to be a chained padlock on one of the decks of the ship, rips it off with his bare hands, and flips off to the side of the deck. As you hear boom, boom, and crashing, splintering through the bottom deck, comes this creature, roughly dragon-shaped, although much smaller, with like holes in its leathery wings, covered in a dark brown rust-like color, bursting through, roaring out, and as it does, bits of scrap metal burst from its mouth as it looks around, angry at everything, and begins to charge, and we will deal with this combat next time.
Woo, boy!
Oh boy!
Oh my god!
Oh boy!
Yikes!
We have fun here. We have
That
so
was
much
good.
fun.
Yeah.
That was suspenseful. I like it.
Suspense. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you hopefully next week for more adventures in Oh no, we fight Dargon? It's gonna be fun. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.
Bye.